hope I got enough battery to get through this video, family. We're gonna see what it do. You hear me? Y'all know I don't do no edit, so if it cut off, I'm gonna post it. You hear me? I don't get no redos in real life, so we're gonna have to get it done while we here. And speaking of that, life and what life has to offer. You ever feel like your life staged? Like your life been a whole movie set, a script? Cause I do, and I have a time or two. We're gonna get right off into a card message before I go into whatever I'm gonna be led to speak on. Okay, give me something. Accelerated motion. We gotta keep moving. And speaking of that, it's funny how I started out speaking about life and having a feeling that our life is staged, it's a play, it's a movie. Not in the terms that we normally hear it, but on the whole, from a whole, I'm speaking from a whole nother space. But it's amazing how certain things in life or life allows certain things to happen to us, or should I say for us, in order to build us up. It's easy to get caught in our experiences being labeled as happening to us, and really nothing is happening to us if you think about it. Everything is happening for us. It's a change of perception that we have to discipline ourselves to get in and tap into in order to always be able to see the other side of things. We got to get on the other side of the brain, as you heard me say before. But it's amazing how life allows certain things to happen for us in order for us to build up, in order to build us up. And it's on us to work with and through how life give us these experiences, how life give us these lessons. It's our job to work with the life lessons that we get while we here. It's our responsibility to acquire the tools that our experiences allow us to have while we here. It's our accountability to learn how to become uncomfortable with conformity. It's our job. It's our responsibility. It's our accountability. See, when life take you through shit to put you in position to get ahead of whatever opposition you thought you was facing, you got to embrace it. And the reason that we got to embrace it is so it can empower us. So that means we're going to have to accept it. And acceptance is a form of surrender, but acceptance is a better word to use than surrender, you know, because surrender is seen as submission. When submission is not a bad word either. It's just depending on what submission is being surrendered to in order to accept whatever it is that has to be accepted. So I'm showing y'all the connection to how all these words are synonymous to each other, although they stand on their own. Our experiences, man. Accelerated motion. How life will accelerate our emotion through our experiences. Give me a minute. I thought I was right close. Positive movement forward, no. Accelerated motion. There we go. So number 8, build and destroy. I'm a life path 8. Spiritual karma. Eight is a karmic number. This card represents speed, flight, swift, movement, hope, passion, and above all, endings to delays. The conditions around you are perfect and appear to be rapidly headed in the direction of your goals and desires. I love the synchronicities. I started out. It's funny how, or amazing how, life allows certain things to happen to us in order for us to build us up. The card, accelerated motion, starts out with, this card represents speed, flight, swift, movement, hope, passion, and above all, ending to delays. The conditions around you are perfect and appear to be rapidly heading in the direction of your goals and desires. Everything is happening for us. Nothing is happening to us. Luck is on your side, and your enthusiasm is at an all-time high. So get excited. You hear me? Get exhilarated. Get exuberant. See, you hear me? I'm thinking of words that we don't normally use in our everyday vocabulary, but we need to start to. You hear me? It's a whole different vibration. Brace yourself as you finally witness the manifestation of what you worked for and visualized. Everybody ain't been visualizing how we been visualizing. Everybody ain't worked through what we working for. And that's okay. That's okay. Better be able to leave them where they at in your accelerated motion. You hear me? Or you'll get dragged back down there. This is a call for initiative. But you should also ask yourself, is there anything else in my life that I need to act on now? I love the synchronicities because we're going to talk about it a little bit. Be wise and take advantage of these ideal conditions. Now isn't the time for you to fight against the river of life. Trust, have faith, and go with the flow. This strong current is taking you to a positive outcome and future. You hear me? Accelerated emotion. Ain't no better time in harvest season. Ain't no better time in harvest season for accelerated motion. You hear me? Whatever you growing. Do you have complete control over your life? To some, that's a question. And to some, it's a statement. You have complete control over your life. You have free will to choose what to believe, when you want to believe it, where you want to believe it at, what to think, when to think, where you want to think it at, all for yourself. It could take you one way or it could take you the other, depending on which way you're trying to go. See? And the beauty about me giving this message that I'm giving, because if a person ain't watching the video, they don't even get the jewels and the lessons, the deeper jewels and the lessons behind y'all giving me y'all attention or sharing y'all attention with me as I give you mine by watching the video. Because it's more than what you hear. It be a lot in what you see, a lot in the things I do and the gestures that I make that also help us get the picture. How the spirit talk. You hear me? Who choosing what's best for you? Is it accelerating you, or is it pulling you back? Who's choosing what's best for you? What's choosing what's best for you? And how does that make you feel? Is it accelerating your motion, or is it holding you back? Are you going against your truth? Your feelings? Your thoughts? How does that make you feel? And do you trust it? What you feeling, that is. See, I ask these questions because a belief can become a truth if enough people believe it. But that don't necessarily mean that the belief that enough people believe for it to become true to the people that believe it is necessarily true. If you don't listen, you're going to miss it. It's how the ancestors taught to me, you hear me? But a lot of times, and in a lot of places, and a lot of people, this has been done in their reality. It was done in mine. So I had to undo a lot of things, do the shadow work, do the generational family work, do the ancestral work, do the ancestral work, and all the other type of work that I came here to do through the lifetimes that I came here to do it. So I can make the final call this time. You hear me? If you don't listen, you're going to miss it. Do you know what you know if you're not using it? Because it's going to determine whether your emotion is accelerated or rather you feel like something holding you behind. Do you know what you know if you're not using it? Because we all know the type of people who will come to you for insight, who will come to you for advice. And then when you start getting it to them, the first thing you hear is, I know. And then in your mind, you're wondering, well, damn, what the hell you calling me for then? I could have still been doing what I was doing, though. What the hell you came and knocked on my door then? They talked to me about some shit that you already know? Because now you slowing down my motion. That's just an analogy, you hear me, that we all may be familiar with, you hear me? My point is, if you know what you know and you're not using it, then it's not useful to you. Knowing is about application. Application is about knowing. Cause to know ain't enough to get us where we need to be headed. See? We need to be knowing, and in the knowing we're gonna be doing, which means we're gonna be in application, which means we're gonna be using that which we know, you see, to make sure we're going in the direction that we wish to go, because it's easy to go back down there. See, you can get, see, accelerated being in accelerated motion, family, don't mean that you just going forwards. It can mean you could be moving backwards real fast. You ain't gotta ask me how I know. You hear me? I work hard to get into the space that I'm in right now. You know, we could move fast in reverse. You ever seen a backward hustling? Just some things to think about. You hear me? If you new, welcome. If you soul tribe, thank you. And if you're new again, welcome and thank you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your attention. Keep coming back. You know, the more you do, you'll start to see that if there wasn't before, the demons in fear about what's taking place in you, you know. For those that's been coming back, keep coming back. The demons in fear that we still here. You hear me? Some amazed that we made it. Thanks for my likes. Thanks for the shares. Well, thanks for your likes. Thanks for your shares. Thanks for your questions. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for those of you who stopped through and shared some of your story in the comment section. I appreciate it. Like, shares, subscribes, unsubscribes, so forth and so on. For you being you and allowing me to be me. I am Sawu the God. Thank y'all, family. One love. Peace.